Hello everyone. In my last video, you may have seen a picture showing collection of my diaries. So when I brought them out, I felt like brushing through some pages of the older diaries and they took me to some various roles I played to this date. And I am going to share one of the roles today with all of you. The role when I was a postgraduate student in the year 2001. As I went through the pages, I could appreciate how my teachers guided me to be consistent in my daily study pattern and that to keep a mindset to become decisive, brisk, and skillful anesthesiologist. So, if we keep it in mind from the early phase of training, it helps us to pave the path accordingly and be a professional later on. So today I want to talk about a basic but according to me an important point, that is our posture in airway management. So when I mean posture, it is how we stand behind the patient's head and manipulate the airway. So here we have two pictures in the presentation today. So one picture you will see there is one of my student who was intubating or who was managing the airway with his back a bit bent. And the procedure may be successful, but I'm talking about the posture. And then you will see the other picture with his back straight. So the same procedure can be done with a proper posture, and that will help us to later on manipulate difficult and more skillful procedures in a more comfortable way. This is actually, if we make it a habit from the very beginning of our learning process, then this becomes a habit. And these habits, they are memorized by the muscles, which we say muscle memory. So after doing few times, like after say continuously doing it for a week, then we don't have to again think about our position. The muscles will help us do that. So the muscle memory will be there. And the idea how we can develop this muscle memory is by being self-aware. By self-awareness means we need to realize how we are standing, what we are doing, what is should be the position of my hands. So self-awareness. So all these things together will give us a good posture and will help us build a good base to a future more skillful journey. So these pictures, basically what I do is I usually take a picture without their, like what you say is candid, without their knowledge. So it becomes a real posture, then they realize this I have to correct. And when we have a picture, it is very easy for us to visualize what we are doing. Otherwise, it is difficult to realize. So that is why I think this should be mentioned, and the students can tell each other to click pictures and then improve their posture in the very beginning of their training phase. And I'm always happy if I get inputs from my colleagues, seniors and juniors, because this is just this is my point of view, and I am always open to their inputs. I hope this will at least uh, motivate my students to keep in mind and realize what they are doing every day in their learning phase. Thank you for hearing. Cheers to life.